Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I am going to be drawing a dagger. Now I'm going to be drawing a dagger that I have already drawn before, but I drew the sword counterpart today in a different sketchbook, so I thought I would draw the dagger. I might as well show the sword counterpart. Hold on, that's not it. That's not it. There it is. That's the sword counterpart. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it up here, but I'm gonna draw the dagger today. I drew those not a while ago, but probably a week or two ago, and I want to make them nicer. But yeah, all right, cool. So both the sword and the dagger are tech weapons, so they got like circuit board look to them, because I think that's cool. But you know what I'm gonna do actually? Go ahead and bust this guy out. I haven't used him in a while. Alright, just chuck him away now. We're gonna go ahead and grab our trusty straight line tool, a pen. And we're going to grab ourselves a straight line. That's how long the blade will be. Will it actually? No, we're gonna make it slightly longer. There we go, that's how long the blade will be. We can go ahead and do this ourselves. Yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna need, yeah, that might be a little too steep, but you know, it's fine. That changes thickness, or changes, well, yeah, I guess thickness like halfway through, but that's fine. Now we'll go ahead and draw the hilt. I think it's called the hilt. I don't remember. I can never remember the names of the fucking sword pieces. I know the name of the pommel, and that's the only one that I can actually remember the name of and be confident in saying that it is a pommel. Every other piece of the sword, I can vaguely remember their names, but I'm like always unsure of if it's actually that name or not. Alright. Then for the handle, it's going to be pretty much the exact same size as the blade, because it's, I don't know, it's tech. It's the same size. And I mean same thickness, obviously not the same length. It's going to be, hold on, let me measure that out. It's half the size of the blade. So yeah, about that size. Now the pommel, I actually kind of like how I did the pommel. It doesn't entirely make sense for the tech blade, but I don't care because it looks cool. And people who make tech make things to look cool a lot, so we're gonna go with it. And you may say, what is it? It's literally just a fucking cube. Except it's like turned like this. Okay, let's go like that, and go like that. Go like that, until they meet. Alright. It's just a cube, but I think it looks kind of cool. Now the blade does, this all looks weird. I think I should shrink the handle. The handle and the blade being the same thickness is just kind of weird, I guess. That's fine. When I drew them the same thickness, I drew it kind of small, and when you draw things bigger, different things will look weirder than when you drew it small. Also, I'll be redrawing the whole thing, so I'm not going to worry about the cube not actually lining up with it at the moment. Because I still need to add vague details and then erase it. Now we add the little line right here for the blade, which this line, if I were to be drawing a normal sword, would be to like indicate the sharpness part of the blade. but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be like red, but I can't actually remember. Also, I should make it bigger. I don't know. Okay, but one of the most more important parts of the blade, the circle around it, the circle that's in it again, and the line that's right here. Now, what is this? Well, originally I was thinking maybe it would be some type of demon eye or something like that, because, well, the greatsword also has it, so I was like, maybe this and other weapons have the same eye, and it can transform into those weapons depending on what you need. But then I changed my mind. I don't know what this is. It's just like I don't know, you turn it, turns the blade on. I don't know, it's just design choice now. I didn't give it an actual reason. I opted against the demon thing because I've already got other demon-like weapons, so like it just made more sense to opt out of using that. Alright, but we are going to add tech to the end of the blade, all the way to the end. Anything that is like a dead end will be a dot. Alright, looking decent, but not amazing. Definitely not like the best thing in the world, but not terrible. So, you know, that's always good. There we go. And that. Okay. There's the tech veininess. Now, what is this supposed to be exactly? This is supposed to be kind of like the design of the tech, but not really. I don't really know. The handle for both of them, what the handle actually looks like, is not finalized because I couldn't actually come up with a good idea on what to put on the handle. So it's not finalized. But, I mean, technically, I guess none of it is finalized, but, you know, whatever. Also, this sword belongs to a villain in my story. I wasn't originally going to give it to a villain, but then when I decided not to do the demon or devil thing or whatever, I was like, now I have to give it to a villain. And you may say, why choose to give it to a villain after you scrap the demon thing? Demons are usually bad. It's because the character that I was originally going to give the demon weapons to, they're not actually a bad character. They're one of the good guys. They're in the main cast of characters. They're one of the good guys. They got the demon weapons and stuff because of the demon wasn't bad. Actually, I keep calling him a demon, but it was actually a devil. But the devil wasn't a bad devil because of how I decided devils and gods work in that world. But that's not important at the moment. But also that person got their whole power system from a mistake. I will not explain it, but anyways, we need to make sure that the blade is good looking and sharp. Now, I didn't add any shading on that one, and I don't think I'm going to on this one either, and the reason is two. One, I'm lazy, and two, the actual main reason is because I actually genuinely do not know what type of colors and things that or I don't know how to portray this in black and white is essentially what I'm meaning. Or I guess it's gray and white, but you know what I mean. I know what colors I want, but I don't know how to show that without actual colors, so they're just gonna kind of look flat because I don't have any idea what to do. I should probably put the cap on this pen. I already accidentally drew a bunch of lines on my leg earlier. Alright, there we go. Then, and that, and that, and that, and that's uneven. But I'm also laying down, so it's probably not helping making my lines straight and even. Oh no, it was this line that was uneven. I was just at an angle. Okay, I still may change it and make it into a demon eye instead of the tech parts. Make it like veins are coming out of the eye. I might do that. I don't know. I really like the design of the tech part, so I think I am going to end up keeping the tech. But what I think I'm gonna do is when you turn this, that's when this tech stuff comes out and it enhances the blade. I think that's gonna be my plan. But that obviously might change, it might not, I don't know. This might not even make it into the story. I might just use it for a side story to practice drawing, because I still gotta do that. Okay, how are we gonna do the handle now? Let's go ahead and get that handle in. Let's get it about that long. This just looks weird drawing this freaking blade this big. I don't like it. This is why I typically draw things smaller. But I don't know. I just felt like drawing them big today to cover the whole page, because I was like, oh yeah, let's cover the whole page. Because I covered the whole page in that one. So why not do it with this one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of wish I would have drawn this one smaller, though. I could have made it better, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Alright. And yet again for the handle, I honestly really have no idea what to do. I was doing that, but I don't like what it looks like. So I think I'm just going to add just lines to it, which, yes, these lines don't look very good, but I didn't really like what the other thing looked like either, so. Alright, now let's go ahead and add these little parts right here. Now, I can't exactly even see where the hell I put the previous ones. And that was definitely a whoopsies on my part. Alright. There we go. There we go. There's that. And that. And that. Add little dots to most of these. Now, branch this one too. Add a circle to that one, a dot to this. And a tiny dot to that. That. There we go. Go here, 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 here. My hand's cramping. Here, 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 and finally there. There's the sword. Definitely have drawn better blades, but you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not amazing. This one's definitely better, but it's a little unfair to compare this one and this one. I don't know how long is this video? 16 minutes. I spent like over an hour on that one. So, little unfair comparison, but see you next time.